The boy's whisper cut through the corporate hum like a knife. Your desk has a camera. Kai Voss froze mid-step, his Italian leather shoes halting on the marble floor of Vera Dynamics' 42nd floor corridor. He was the CEO, sharp-suited, laser-focused, a man who measured success in quarterly reports and boardroom wins. The morning had started like any other, back-to-back calls, a pending acquisition, and a stack of layoff approvals he'd signed without a second glance. He didn't have time for small children loitering near reception, let alone their bizarre claims. Run along, kid, he said, brushing off the tug on his sleeve. But the boy didn't move. He was no older than 7, with unkempt auburn hair and a faded backpack slung over one shoulder, his eyes sad beyond his years. It's in the desk drawer, he pressed, voice barely audible. The bottom one. No one else will tell you. With that, he turned and slipped into the crowd of employees, gone as quickly as he'd appeared. Kai scoffed. Ridiculous. His office was swept for surveillance monthly, cybersecurity, physical sweeps, the works. This was a prank, or a ploy by a competitor to rattle him. Yet as he walked toward his glass-walled office, the boy's words gnawed at him. There was something in that quiet certainty, that lack of fear, that wouldn't let him dismiss it. He closed the door behind him, the soundproofing sealing out the buzz of the floor below. His office was a monument to success, floor-to-ceiling windows overlooking the city, a mahogany desk polished to a shine, a shelf lined with awards and leather-bound books. Kai knelt, pulled open the bottom drawer of his desk, and felt around the back, where a small, cold object caught his finger. He pulled it out. A tiny silver pinhole camera, no bigger than his thumbnail, tucked behind a stack of unused notepads. His blood ran cold. This wasn't company issued. This was trespass. Espionage. Furious, he called his tech team, demanding they pull every scrap of footage the camera had recorded. He assumed he'd find trade secrets, confidential calls, evidence of sabotage. What he found instead shattered the carefully constructed world he'd built. The footage wasn't of meetings or deals. It was of people, his employees, alone in his office, unguarded and raw. There was Leo from finance, sitting on the edge of Kai's desk, head in his hands, sobbing as he stared at a foreclosure notice. Mila from creative, pacing back and forth, rehearsing a plea for a raise to pay her sister's medical bills. Harvey from facilities, crumpling a termination letter and slamming it against the wall, his shoulders shaking with rage. They'd snuck in after hours, when the office was empty, drawn to the one space that felt like power in a company that had grown cold and unforgiving. But the clip that broke Kai was of the night custodian, a woman named Ilara with silver streaks in her dark hair and calloused hands. It was 1:30 a.m. She carried a chipped mug with a single candle, lit and flickering. She set it on his desk, pulled out a folding chair, and Saturday. For a minute, she just stared at the candle, then whispered, "Happy anniversary, love." Her voice cracked. "I miss you. Wish you could see how hard I'm trying." She blew out the candle and cried, quiet, gut-wrenching sobs, before wiping her face and returning to work. Kai replayed the clip until his eyes burned. He'd walked past Ilara 100 times, nodded politely, never once asking her name, let alone her story. He'd approved layoffs, cut budgets, prioritized profits, all while his employees suffered in silence, seeking solace in his empty office because they had nowhere else to turn. He'd been a stranger to the people who kept his company running. That night, Kai didn't go home. He sat in his office, watching the footage on loop, thinking about the boy's sad eyes, about Ilara's quiet grief, about the walls he'd built between himself and the people he led. He'd prided himself on being strategic and detached, but that detachment had become cruelty. He'd forgotten that a company wasn't spreadsheets, it was lives. The next morning, Kai did something no one expected. He cancelled all meetings, cleared the main atrium, and sent a company-wide email: everyone report to the 10th floor lobby at 10 a.m. No exceptions. Hundreds of employees gathered, confused and anxious. Whispers spread: more layoffs, a merger gone wrong. Kai stood at the front, no tie, no suit jacket, his voice raw and unguarded. "I've been a failure," he said, without preamble. "As a CEO, as a leader, as a human being." He projected the camera footage onto the big screen. Gasps echoed through the room. Some people turned away, tears streaming. Others held each other. When the clip of Ilara finished, Kai spoke again. "I didn't know," he said. "Not because I couldn't, but because I didn't want to. I hid behind titles and numbers, and I let this company become a place where people are too scared to ask for help, too lonely to grieve openly. That ends today." He fired the 3 senior executives who'd fostered the toxic culture, those who'd mocked employees' concerns, pushed for unfair cuts, and ignored the warning signs. He rehired Harvey and 2 others who'd been let go unjustly. He announced a mental health fund, paid family leave, and the no hierarchy hours, 2 hours every afternoon where anyone could walk into his office, no appointment needed, to talk about anything. And he found Ilara, pulled her aside, and apologized, genuinely, humbly, for never seeing her. Weeks later, the internal investigation revealed the camera's origin: an IT contractor who'd quit a year prior, disgusted by the company's indifference to its staff. He'd installed it as a silent protest, hoping someone would finally notice the pain hiding in plain sight. Then came the letter. No return address, just a handwritten note in messy cursives: "My name is Felix. Ilara's my grandma. She raised me alone after Grandpa died. I found the camera footage on her tablet. She didn't know it was recording. I had to tell you. I didn't want her to cry alone anymore. I hope you're better now." Kai framed the note on his desk. He never found Felix, but he didn't need to. The boy's courage had already changed everything. Months later, Vera Dynamics was unrecognizable. The toxic culture was gone, replaced by kindness and accountability. Ilara was promoted to facility supervisor, her voice now central to company decisions. Employees laughed in the hallways, supported each other through hard times, and knew their CEO saw them, not as cogs in a machine, but as people. Kai still kept the camera in his desk drawer, a reminder of the day a child's whisper tore down his walls. He learned that leadership wasn't about power or control. It was about listening. About seeing. About choosing people over profits, every single time. If this story touched your heart, if you believe in second chances, in accountability, in the power of small voices to spark big change, like, comment, share, and subscribe to our channel. We tell stories that remind the world it's never too late to do better. And if you've ever witnessed a system fail the people it's supposed to serve, or if you've ever had the courage to speak up, comment below with Truth Matters. We're listening.